Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, Dr. Phua. We are from Monsters University, and let me introduce our group members. I am Lina, and we have Hui Yi, Alvin, Zheng Hung, Wai Vung, Yushana, Shafati, and Singning. Today, we will present the sustainability reporting of Mr. DIY Group Berhad for the year 2021 until 2023, focusing on their environmental, social, and governance initiative. Let us dive into how Mr. DIY integrates sustainability into their business model.
First of all, I will present the extent of sustainability report of Mr. DIY for the year 2021, which highlights their dedication to ESG, environmental, social, and governance principles. Firstly, looking from the aspect of governance, Mr. DIY shows their commitment to governance, transparency, and accountability by publishing its first ever sustainability report in compliance with Bursa Malaysia Main Market listing requirement and the Global Reporting Initiative Standard (GRI). My focus today will be on 4 key areas: our people, the environment, the community around us, and the business and sustainability of profits. Starting with our people, Mr. DIY invested in their employees by recording 155,000 training hours. Programs such as supervisory leadership and exceptional customer service were introduced to develop employee skills and enhance customer certification. Next, for the environment, which is the E in ESG, Mr. DIY implemented impactful measures like installing solar panels, increasing the use of biodegradable plastic from 622 to 954 tons, and recycling over 7,700 carton boxes in 2021, all reflecting their strong commitment to environmental care. Moving to business sustainability of profits, Mr. DIY integrates responsible for both environmental and governance efforts into their business model. They promote eco products and ensure proper product labeling, providing customers with value while supporting sustainability. Their long-term target is to increase the sales mix of eco products to 10% by 2030 and up to 3% in 2021. These efforts not only align with their environmental initiatives but also showcase their dedication to creating long-term value. Moving on the community, Mr. DIY showed their commitment by supporting over 70 community programs in 2021. This initiative benefited more than 5,100 families and contributed 2.6 million to community building efforts. For example, they provided essential PPE to healthcare centers nationwide and supported vaccination program. In conclusion, Mr. DIY's 2021 sustainability report highlights their dedications to integrated ESG principles into their operations, from governance and environmental initiative to their investment in people and communities. They are setting a strong foundation for long-term sustainability growth.
Hi, my name is Alvin, and today I will be sharing Mr. DIY's sustainability and environmental efforts in 2022, focusing on environmental initiative, sustainability commitment, and community contributions. For environmental initiative, Mr. DIY conducted river cleanup programs with local councils and donated 90,000 ringgit worth of test kits and 102,000 ringgit in hand sanitizers to families in need, including those in Kota Kinabalu. In terms of sustainability commitment, the company aligned with global standards like TCFD and SASB, participated in climate disclosure training, and reduced water consumption by 10.8% across 17 facilities. Under community contribution, Mr. DIY invested 2.3 million in 90 programs, benefiting 126,000 people, and donated 487,000 ringgit worth of computers to school to support the education. These efforts clearly demonstrate Mr. DIY's commitment to sustainability, public health, and community well-being. Continuing with Mr. DIY's initiative, I will now cover ongoing ESG improvement, employee support, and commitment to society and ethics. Starting with ongoing ESG improvements, Mr. DIY continuously reviews its environmental, social, and governance performance to identify areas for positive change, ensuring responsible business growth and sustainability. For employee support, the company created 4,000 new jobs in 2022 and provided an average of 11.6 training hours per employee. Mr. DIY also promoted inclusivity by hiring physically disabled individuals while offering comprehensive benefits for both local and foreign staff. Lastly, under commitment to society and ethics, Mr. DIY supported children's education through initiatives like Mr. Toy's contribution to Pusat Tuition Sinarang Impiang, which can also pronounced as PTSI. The company also upheld high ethical marketing standards, receiving 0 complaints throughout 2022. That's all from me. Thank you.
Let me share with you the key highlights from Mr. DIY's 2023 sustainability report. The company achieved RM4 billion in revenue and contributed RM4.36 billion in economic value, reflecting its commitment to ethical growth. It maintained a 98% customer satisfaction rate and ensured product safety by recalling 5 items due to quality concerns. Mr. DIY advanced climate action by improving greenhouse gas by monitoring and reporting. It prioritized the employee health with the extensive safety training for over 22,000 participants, adhering to top industry standards. Next, Mr. DIY focused heavily on corporate social responsibility (CSR), organizing 157 programs through Yayasan Mr. DIY that impact over 58,000 individuals. Key incentives including upcycling 3,000 schools shoes through the Walk with Style program, providing educational support to underprivileged children and cancer survivors, mangrove planting for environmental protections, and founding a cultural gate for the Bukit tribes in Sarawak. The company earned 13 SDG awards for contributions to areas like poverty reduction, quality education, and climate action. By aligning with Bursa Malaysia's enhanced sustainability report requirements, Mr. DIY reinforced its commitments to transparency and sustainability, making a significant positive impact on society and the environment. Thank you.
Now, I will talk about the major change in Mr. DIY Group Berhad sustainability reporting in 2021. The company published its first sustainability report in April 2021, which followed Bursa Malaysia main market listing requirement and GRI standard, marking a significant commitment to sustainability. Previously, there was not formal framework for sustainability reporting, leaving stakeholders with limited insight. With this new report, Mr. DIY introduced baseline metric and KPI, allowing more effective tracking of sustainability progress. This shift from informal action to a data-driven approach marked a key step in integrating sustainability into its operation. Another key change in 2021 was Mr. DIY joining the FTSE4 Good Pusat Malaysia Index, which confirmed it complied with international ESG standards, boosting trust with investors and customers. Additionally, Mr. DIY installed solar panels at its distribution facility. The purpose is to cut electricity use by 4%. This is part of a broader effort to reduce its carbon footprint and show the company's commitment to using renewable energy and addressing climate change. In summary, 2021 was a key year for Mr. DIY in sustainability, showcasing its commitment to long-term environmental responsibility.
I will continue by explaining the major changes in the presentation of sustainability reporting of Mr. DIY Berhad in the year 2022. Firstly, there's an adoption of internationally recognized reporting frameworks such as the Task Force on Climate-Related Financial Disclosures (TCFD) and the Sustainability Accounting Standards Board (SASB). This shows the company's dedication in aligning with global standards. Adopting frameworks like TCFD helps organizations identify, assess, and manage risk. Secondly, the company has carried out a thorough materiality assessment. A materiality assessment identifies and prioritizes the ESG issues most relevant to the organization's operations. By carrying out a materiality assessment, the company will address the most critical ESG issues efficiently and effectively, creating a long-term value for both the business and the stakeholders. In 2023, the major changes in the presentation of sustainability reporting of Mr. DIY Berhad is that the company has revised its dividend policy. The company has increased the payout ratio from a minimum of 40% to 50%. This was a major development as it ensured shareholders received higher returns, reflecting the company's strong financial performance and commitment to rewarding its investors. This adjustment also strengthened investors' confidence and highlighted the group's focus on maintaining long-term shareholder value. Besides that, Mr. DIY Berhad also aligns its disclosures with the Bursa Malaysia enhanced sustainability reporting requirements. This may attract ESG-conscious investors, particularly as global and local investors increasingly prioritize sustainability. In 2023, Mr. DIY achieved a notable improvement in its Morningstar Sustainalytics ESG risk rating, reducing its score from 31.4 to 18.9, which is classified as low risk. This achievement highlights the company's progress in effectively managing environmental, social, and governance (ESG) risks.
Mr. DIY has faced various challenges and made significant progress in its sustainability journey from 2021 to 2023. In 2021, the company started monitoring greenhouse gas emission and energy consumption, but they struggle with data availability and aligning with the TCFD framework. Delivery trucks in Malaysia use 27.5 liters of diesel per 1,000 transactions, producing 74.1 kilograms of CO2 emissions. To address this, the company set a goal to reduce diesel consumption by 20% per 1,000 transactions by 2030. In 2022, Mr. DIY adopted the TCFD framework to better manage climate risk. However, this was still in its early stage and a full risk analysis was needed to address long-term climate risk. In 2023, the company maintained its diesel reduction goal, aiming to cut usage to 5.5 liters per 1,000 transactions by 2030. To support this, GPS tracking system were implemented for real-time monitoring of fuel and distance data. Additionally, Mr. DIY initiated a 3-month trial of hydrogen diesel hybrid engines starting in October. This innovative technology aims to enhance engine efficiency and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. However, despite these efforts, diesel consumption increased slightly in 2023, returning to 27.5 liters per 1,000 transactions. Scaling this sustainability project also requires significant resources, including time, money, and efforts.
Thank you, Lina. Now I will continue the second point, which is energy consumption and the transition to renewable energy. In 2021, Mr. DIY's energy consumption in the distribution facilities used 4,357 megawatt per hour of electricity, which is a 50.4% increase compared to financial year of 2020, due to opening new stores and setting up new automated e-commerce distribution facilities in March 2021. This results in average electricity usage per store of 112.5 megawatt per hour in Malaysia and Brunei, which causes 63.4 tons of CO2 emissions per store. Mr. DIY aims to reduce their electricity consumption by 30% by 2030 by using more renewable energy and install energy efficient system. This is to reduce its carbon footprint and better manage its environmental impact. Moving on to 2022, Mr. DIY had made progress in achieving a renewable energy mix-up up to 30% for its distribution facilities by 2030. They had installed energy-efficient LED lights and added energy-saving devices to 63 stores. Mr. DIY also aims to add energy-saving devices to another 200 stores. This year, they took action by focusing on monitoring fuel and electricity consumption. They also work with building owners to use energy-saving practices by installing energy-efficient LED lights and installing solar panels on the building's rooftop. They also implemented energy savings SOP, for example, turning off air conditioning on rainy days and switching off lights when they are not needed. However, the biggest challenge they face is that 44% of Mr. DIY stores are in malls where they cannot control the energy system. In 2023, Mr. DIY remained committed to achieve a 30% renewable energy mix, although they have increased their use of solar panels from 923 solar panels to 2,309 solar panels. Their major challenge for reaching this goal is the company's rapid growth, which shows total energy consumption increased by 152,307 megajoules. Now I'll pass to Hui to explain the next point.
Thank you, Zheng Hong. Now I will continue with the third point, which is supply chain management. In 2021, Mr. DIY Group Malaysia Berhad introduced a vendor code of conduct to ensure that vendors and suppliers comply with all relevant legal and regulatory requirements. Suppliers required to meet environmental and social standards. However, many suppliers had trouble meeting these standards. In 2022, the numbers of suppliers who signed the code grew from 4 to 250, showing that the company made good progress in getting more suppliers to follow ethical and sustainable practices. The increase in suppliers is a positive step for the supply chain. However, it was still hard for the company to keep things transparent and ensure that all suppliers were following the rules. Managing such a large number of suppliers meant there were still challenges in maintaining clear communications, monitoring their actions, and holding them accountable for their practices. Moving to next slide. In 2023, the numbers of suppliers who signed a code grew from 250 to 382. The company introduced more sustainability practices in its supply chain to improve environmental and social standards. However, it faced challenges in balancing ethical sourcing with keeping costs manageable. Some suppliers didn't fully meet the sustainability guidelines,
which made it harder to maintain transparency, uphold accountability, and protect the company's reputations.
Thank you very much, Dr. Phua, for listening and watching our presentation video. We hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you and goodbye.